That's his level.
I know you've been away, Shaq. I'm not sure how much you've been following the De Gea soap opera that's been developing at Manchester United. Of course, his contract ends next week.
Oh, yeah.
He's out of contract. And he tweeted today a yawning emoji.
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't speak emoji, so I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean.
Well, it means he's tired. So is he tired of the negotiations, tired of Manchester United, tired of the nonsense?
Listen, there's so much about this that, well, one kind of I find a little bit amazing. Manchester United put a contract on the table that he reportedly signs, but then they don't sign and they pull it back, which kind of speaks to something that we hear say all the time, that there's absolutely no loyalty in the game. But at the same time, I think right now, if I have to choose between Onana and De Gea, I'm going Onana. Right. I think he's shown how good and how valuable a goalkeeper he is. To Inter Milan this season, and again, given the Champions League final where I thought he equipped himself and showed real leadership qualities. So that makes a whole lot of sense for me in terms of Manchester United's interest and preference over David de Gea. But we are talking about one of the biggest clubs in world football. You do not put a contract on the table, have a player sign it, and then pull it back and shred it. I think there's so many issues with that just rubs me the wrong way.
There's a lot of speculation about whether or not, in fact, those reports are true, Don. But overall, this is the thing, isn't it? And this would be Stevie's point. Not I'm putting words into your mouth. I'm sorry. But say you've got 100 million to spend. If you're Manchester United, do you spend half of that on a goalkeeper instead of looking elsewhere and just renew David de Gea?
Yeah, it's not easy. I don't think there's a right answer in it. I mean, personally, I would sign Onana because then you've got him for 5 years. You don't have to worry about that position. He is one of the best goalkeepers in world football alongside Ederson when the ball's at his feet. He's flawless. So you can secure that position. You can lock it down. And you say, right, we don't have to worry about that. Let's see what money we can spend. If they spend 50 on him, you'd imagine they've got another 50 or 60 before even trying, before they sell 2 or 3 players. But it's not easy because they obviously need a number 9. That's critical for them. But like Shaka said before, they're not going to get Harry Kane. So that's the one that they really want. Victor Osimhen's not going to go if De Laurentiis is saying his number is 180. So you might as well, in my humble opinion, lock down Onana, and then you've got the goalkeeper that's going to be the Man United number 1 for the next 5 years. That's a sensible move, in my opinion.
Stevie?
No, what you said was right. You know, when you're needing what I would consider more important players, when you have somebody like De Gea, and again, De Gea's got a mistake in him, and as much as Onana's better with his feet than De Gea, I think Onana's got a mistake in him as well. But I just think the 50 million would be better spent elsewhere, and you keep De Gea.
Listen, I think you have an opportunity to sign a goalkeeper like Onana at that price. You take it. You make the absolute most of it. The truth is, Manchester United needs strengthening in a number of departments, and not primarily a number 9, yes, but they need strengthening in a number of departments. And if you get somebody like Onana for the long term for that price, I think you take it.
Did you wear shorts on the Gavin Jules podcast, Don? That, of course, drops on Thursday.
No, but Jules had a nice top on today.
Oh, well, there we go. That will be revealed tomorrow when it drops. Oh, a little
can't wait to see Jules' top.
To check out.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.